Hey dumplings, Dave aside. Today we're going to be jumping into the tea here. A recent video of Jungkook came out and ARMY's had something to say. We're a little bit worried about him. How Jungkook should definitely be taking it easy during this time off that he has. Especially during a quarantine. It's definitely a good idea to kind of take it easy because he doesn't get too many of these moments. It's definitely something he can give himself kind of a break and kind of smell the flowers. I know he's anxious to release BTS content, and believe me, we're anxious to receive BTS content. Obviously they want to show us what they've been working on for such a long time, but how often do we get an opportunity to just kind of sit here and breathe? So I think Jungkook should take this moment to do that instead of pushing himself too hard. Anyway, we also have JHope on a live stream revealing what a lot of people think might be his girlfriend. He can't remove the video, so there's definitely some tea there. We'll get into it, we'll talk about it. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime my new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be the first to leave your hate comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now, let's jump into it. So now I'm going to start out with something a little bit dark. I get a lot of these types of critiques and inputs on what you guys would like to see me talk about. So a lot of you guys mentioned that I talk very surface level stuff, and that is usually on purpose. I want this mostly to be a place where you guys can have fun and just share some cute fun news, just kind of come together and talk about how you feel. Not to say that this channel doesn't talk about important issues. I do think that that's important if you have a platform. But this is something that I want to kind of stay away from here on out. I get a lot of stories from you guys about like psychopaths in the K-pop community. And like 11 or 12-year-old psychopaths from the comments and the things that they say. Some of these kids are really sitting there dreaming and praying one day that a K-pop idol will no longer live anymore. And I can't sit here really reading those comments without it being super triggering for me and having me cry. Cry that people like this exist in the world. That you can hope someone you don't know will one day not live anymore. And then threaten to torture them and try to ruin their mental health and get a lot of people to try to do that as well. And believe me when I say what I am saying right now is the PG version of what they're saying in the comments. So just keep an eye out for those types of comments. I'm personally scared of my own life, so I'm personally going to try to stay away from those comments. But there are really crazy people and comments out there that I only see to happen in the K-pop world. It really bothers me because if you ever want K-pop to be seen as a serious kind of thing in America, it needs to appeal to an older crowd in America. And when fandoms are this insane and fandoms are this insane attacking each other, no one takes this types of fandom seriously. And the older people don't want to be a part of this. For the most part, you're not going to see someone who's 30 or 40 years old, has a kid, and then sitting there trying to bully someone. I do imagine a lot of these comments are coming from 11 and 12-year-old kids, in which case, if you are a parent of these kids, you have failed as a parent. If I see my kid do this, I'm gonna smack them till they ain't Asian anymore, because I don't want my kid to represent Asian culture if this is what they say. There's comebacks coming up, and of course there are going to be death threats following that, so keep an eye out for that. Now let's get into some of the lighter teas that we have here for you. A lighty, as I call it. Nice and fluffy one. In a recent turn of events, you have RM and JHope on a live stream kind of painting and creating art on their army bomb. They're setting a trend for future armies to paint their army bombs. Like, I don't have an army bomb. Like, I don't think I'll ever actually get a chance to go to a BTS concert, so for me to buy an army bomb and to never actually use it at a concert would kind of suck. But if I can actually get tickets to a BTS concert, I will buy my army bomb there, and then when I come home that day, I will go ahead and decorate it. RM and JHope make the army bombs look as beautiful as they are. If they sell the army bombs that they decorate, I will literally sell my house to buy it. During the turn events when all this was going on and all the attention was to RM and JHope, the maknae of the group decided to release a little bit of his own video to share a beautiful moment and leak it for us to watch. Jungkook, if you didn't know, is actually pretty passionate about boxing. Who would have thunk our clumsy little cookie likes to fight people? It's pretty cool. All of the members have such interesting and different hobbies, and they're good at those hobbies. So if singing doesn't actually work out for them, they have so many other future prospects for them. Jungkook's kind of been training and boxing a little bit on his own spare time, and it's just like fun for him. He's not doing it professional, but it's quite good. Logan Paul could never box like this, but that would be so cool. I would love to see Jungkook and Logan Paul fight together, or Jungkook box like a YouTuber or a celebrity. I do think Jungkook does have access to better trainers than Logan Paul does though. A while ago, Jungkook posted a training video of himself boxing, and you got to kind of see him kind of debut and try this. So us armies were a little bit, how you say, worried, like he was still new, he was still learning, which means he could be injured. Being so new at something like that, obviously it does call for some concern, but it was something he wanted to do, so of course army stood by it. What else are we gonna do? Are we gonna not stand by him? Obviously with the lockdown going on, Jungkook has a little bit more time to himself to kind of perfect this craft of his, really perfect a hobby of his. However, armies are still concerned. Jungkook is a little known to be, how you say, a clumsy cookie. Someone who falls up the steps. All the members of BTS are somewhat known to be a little bit clumsy and injure themselves quite a bit. Honestly, I can relate, okay? I am the clumsiest of potatoes. I would say all of them have injured themselves dancing at least at one point. Actually, you know what? JHope and RM probably have never injured themselves. themselves. I'm not 100% sure on that. So yes, there was a lot of concern with Jungkook's health due to the fact that he is also very clumsy. Like, he can very much injure himself if he ever chooses to actually fight someone. Or he can just injure himself due to the fact that he is training with a trainer. People aren't too happy to see this, and people are definitely not too happy to see our little cute little bunny start to fight people. Boxing is a scary sport, and you have a cute little bunny doing it. But from what I've seen, Jungkook's getting really good, and from the new videos, you can actually definitely still see an improvement, and he is getting better. Maybe one day he'll do this professionally, maybe not. If you do go on Twitter, you'll see quite a few people talking about this. Quite a few people praising him and being very, very happy that he's trying out a new hobby, and very, very happy that he's quite good at the new hobby. But you'll also see a lot of armies that are scared. One army user wrote, Jimin falling off his chair and Jungkook falling as well when he tried to help Jimin. Please, they're both clumsy babies. Now this was just kind of like a moment, like Jungkook is so clumsy, we don't know if he should be doing boxing or not. So I personally am super concerned for him, but I'm sure he'll be okay. He has professional trainers around him. But I'm personally super clumsy. You'll never see me do anything like boxing, ride a motorcycle, shoot a gun, walk down the street, none of that. Now this of course is not to say that Cookie can't do it. I believe he can do anything he puts his mind to. He's obviously taken a lot of time to work on it and get better, and there's a huge improvement. We're obviously so proud of that. We hope to see more and see more improvement. Honestly, I would love to see him fight someone for real. So maybe that's in the works eventually. That'd be kind of cool. He can go ahead and punch me any day. Maybe I'll even challenge him so I can be punched. His punches look so fluffy though. Like, do I just think that? Is that bad to say? I don't know. But also in boxing, there's a lot of like dirty talk that goes on, and I can't imagine Jungkook saying like mean and ugly things to other people. But I love Jungkook, and I'm happy for him if this is what he chooses to do. And I'm very happy that he chooses to share this hobby with him and post it very publicly online. That is a very brave thing to do, because you never know how people are going to react to that and how people are going to share their opinions on that. JHope is someone who's also been really into sharing a lot recently. He decided to do a live stream where he decided to show off a little bit of his dance moves, kind of doing like the Tootsie slide and all the stuff that's been currently trending like on TikTok and all that stuff. Now there was a clip within the live stream that was sent to me by one of you guys, so thank you so much for doing that. The live stream was posted on the Bangtan TV YouTube channel. The live stream went as normal. It was like an hour long, and he did all his dance moves. When you first watch it, there was nothing really too strange about it. It wasn't until the live stream was officially posted on the channel that people could then begin to re-watch it. They noticed something in the very, very beginning, probably at the point where no one was really there yet. Some people quickly noticed kind of a woman kind of helping him with the live stream, and they were wondering who this woman was. She has her face mask on, and I'm going to kind of blur out her eyes. What seems to be funny is she was initially in the live stream, and then of course she was edited out, and that seemed to be the only portion within the live stream that was edited. You can edit a YouTube video after it's posted. You just go into the settings and you can actually cut a part out. So that's probably what they did. So of course the people who saw this and recorded the whole live stream were kind of sitting there wondering like, wait, who is this woman? Was this a girlfriend? Was this a relative? Because if he is at home versus if he's in the studio, there's obviously different people that would be around him. So who is this mystery woman that JHope happens to be with? It's really difficult to tell because the person is wearing a face mask. You only see like the eyes, but it does look like a woman. We know that. Maybe it's Suga in a weird. It does not look like JHope's sister to me though. My personal opinion is it's not a girlfriend or it's not a sister. It might be a BTS staff member. Someone who is helping JHope with the live stream. So currently in Korea, it's actually okay to go outside. There is stores, there are things that are open. It's recommended to stay indoors, but if you actually do go outside, it is perfectly fine. Things are starting to open up and people are starting to go back to work. This is all good. And it also means that JHope is allowed to go to Big Hit's studio and kind of do his thing, kind of start working. And surely Big Hit's staff is also going to slowly go back to work as well. And JHope's not like a tech expert or anything like that, so maybe he does need someone to kind of be there for him to kind of set up the live stream and kind of make sure there's no technical difficulties. And when you're in a label and doing a live stream, the live stream does somewhat need to be monitored to make sure that nothing kind of sneaks out or nothing is done incorrectly. So my hunch is this was a particular staff member that happened to be kind of watching over JHope for that day. Of course, to make sure that the stream was going over properly. I do think it's funny that Big Hit did feel the need to cut out the woman from the live stream because they know armies are going to freak out, or possibly maybe she just really didn't want to be in the live stream. I did too for a moment kind of freak out. I was like, wait, who is this woman? Oh my god, JHope, girlfriend. She's so pretty. I mean, her one eye and her bob haircut is so pretty. And she has the prettiest face mask. But I have to take a moment and kind of think about it. And unless he has this kind of dance studio in his house, which I don't really see a reason to, he has to be at Big Hit headquarters. And he's not going to be at Big Hit headquarters alone. Also, JHope leaving his house, he's not going to leave his house alone. So that is my theory. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for being kind. As always, I do have a Patreon if you would like to check that out and kind of contribute back to this channel. Anything you can kind of contribute over there really does help me kind of move the channel forward and keep going. So I really do appreciate anything you can give back. It means the world to me, so thank you so much for doing that. You can also get exclusive content over there, such as music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions, all that sort of thing over on Patreon. I'll leave a link in the top of the description down below so you can check it out. There's also 2 videos that will pop up at the end of the screen on this video, so make sure you click on one of those, and I can catch you over there. So see you then. Bye.